the same thing. Aloha, aloha, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's author Joe Holt. Got a special Fireside chats for you today. It's a live podcast we do with other D Live streamers to promote them in particular, but also D Live as a whole. Today's special guest, the one and only Chicky Poo. What's up, friend?
Aloha.
Aloha. Nice. I love that you said aloha. Look at that. That's a real smile. Can you see that? Chicky Poo. All right, we'll let the cheers from the crowd die down. Chat's exploding. Yes, this beautiful man. We found him. We got him live. Oh, the good vibe tribe is in full effect. Bearded Leo, Violent Hippie, Apes in here. Of course, Chicky Poo, part of that illustrious crowd. We just had an incredible week last week, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. The beginning of the interview, it's all about you, my friend. So, something I've been dying to ask you. The name, Chicky Poo, O Chicky Poo X. Could you please explain what that means?
Yeah, so my last name is Chick, Chick. So
Ah,
it started out originally playing Xbox like way back in the day when, Halo was first coming out and all that. It just used to be Chicky. And eventually, over the course of time, because we're all stupid when we're kids and we make an email address that's fake because we didn't know any better,
right.
I ended up losing that account and I had to make a new one. And so I just went with Chicky Poo. Because it's just kind of a nickname that a lot of people have always used for me as Chicky. So,
And why the O and the X added?
because Chicky Poo itself was already taken.
Ah, so many Chicky Poos, not enough time.
Yeah, exactly.
When I first read it, I'm autistic, right? So my brain likes to match patterns, and the only pattern I could overlay with Chicky Poo is Cheesy Poos from South Park, and I was like, I wonder if that's got to do with South Park. Anyway, that's all. It was stuck in my head the whole time. And one thing I like to ask, if you don't mind sharing, what's your first name, sir?
My name is Jeremy.
Jeremy. All right, I can easily remember that. My brother Sandlin, Sandlin Gaming is his name's Jeremy. So
Oh, really?
easy, easy. Yes, you're now my brother. Congratulations. Now you're my brother anyway. The Good Vibe Tribe is all. We're all family. So the second question I always like to ask is two. It's a two-part question. Number one, when did you start streaming? And kind of at the same time, what got you started streaming?
So, man, I've kind of always been into the whole video game thing, and a couple buddies of mine that stream and do whatnot on Twitch and things like that. And eventually, I just kind of wanted to do it. I mean, you're already gaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the difference with letting other people be able to have fun and enjoy your content? A lot of the people that I play with really enjoy hanging out with me and playing video games and whatnot. So, I figured it was a pretty cool opportunity to just jump in there and be a part of something bigger than ourselves.
And when did you start streaming?
So I started streaming on D Live April 7th, which was my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. I streamed on Twitch for like a week. We racked up like 500 followers, but the platform itself, I just wasn't a big fan of. So I kind of took a hiatus, if you can call it that, when you're only in the stream for a week. I kind of gave up on it, really. And then Bearded Leo, he
Unbearded Leo.
yeah, he got everything rolling as far as the D Live thing and was talking to me about it, and so just pretty cool.
Absolutely. So you're relatively new to streaming then.
Yeah.
Wow, that actually I have to say that surprises me because I've seen a couple of your broadcasts and you have a very professional demeanor. You have a very high quality like audio, video. I mean, you're putting it out at a high level of production value.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. As far as the video level and stuff like that, that's mostly just good equipment. But the audio stuff, like we were talking about before, I have the Audio Technica mic and everything from my music recording, so it
Ah,
it takes
so
pretty solid.
actually, let's talk about that because see, I'm still wearing these headsets and they hurt my ears. I'd prefer to not. So, what is it that you're doing on your end that allows you to hear me speaking through the speakers, but that your mic doesn't pick it up?
I'm using a soundboard, so I can adjust and select which audio inputs and outputs.
So this is soundboard is black thing with all the little knobs on it?
No,
Is
no, no. It's an electronic soundboard connected to my PC.
okay, because see, I'm not trying to
The
be.
audio inputs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be facetious. I genuinely would like to learn how.
Yeah, so like all the audio inputs into my PC, it goes through the soundboard, and I can select which audio is heard through which source, at what volume level, yada yada, just like you would do in OBS. But my soundboard allows me to kind of just capture it specifically from where or when I want to hear it.
And what soundboard do you use?
The Elgato SoundCloud.
Elgato?
Yeah, Elgato has a sound capture utility.
I'm writing this down. I'm not kidding. Hey, I love learning things on these podcasts. That's what's so amazing about the podcast. Well, that's what I find amazing about them is I started streaming on D Live myself this year, and March 1st actually. And I watched streamers for a couple months beforehand, asking questions, picking up tips and tricks. But honestly, I've learned more about streaming from these interviews than I have from anything else.
That's awesome.
Really, yeah. So I really appreciate the info.
Yeah.
Now I noticed you've got some pretty sweet stuff on the wall behind you, and I keep getting distracted by the shiny shield and whatnot. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, just all the stuff on my wall or the shield
Well,
specifically?
yeah, no, you've got they can't see all of it, but yeah, like you've got a sweet display. What's going
Yeah,
on
man.
back there?
So, especially if you follow me on my Twitter, you'll see my setup. I did a tweet out with the video attached all the way around. I've got my all my controllers on the wall right here. I've got three floating shelves, which I haven't filled up completely, but a lot of stuff on the top shelf you can't see. Um, but my PS4, my Xbox is mounted. All my controllers are mounted, and then the shield is from Destiny 2. It's a Sentinel shield. Um,
Nice.
I have like an ungodly amount, and I mean ungodly amount of hours put into that game. Uh,
Do you have the tattoo yet?
no, I don't. I do have a Squirtle tattoo.
A squirrel?
Squirtle, the
Wait.
Pokemon.
Oh, I was like, am I hearing that correctly? Squirtle. Okay, that's new to me. That's new to me. So it seems like from everything you just said that you are a console gamer.
Yeah, man, I love gaming. I play on console, but I also play on PC occasionally, certain games. So,
What are your favorite types of games to play?
man, that's an impossible question almost, just because I've played everything from World of Warcraft to like we play PUBG or Apex, the battle royale stuff that's coming out now. One of the big things that really just kind of fueled my love for gaming would be Halo and probably Knights of the Old Republic.
Nice.
When we were kids, Halo just really got people all super excited, and so you know, you get this pumped up attitude, and all your friends play it, and you just want to be involved. And I feel like even before streaming was really a big thing, the gaming community was already there. It was being built. So
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I started with Atari and Nintendo and all that, but I really found a love for gaming when my two sons and I would get on the Xbox and play Halo together.
oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely feel that. So you are a member of the Good Vibe Tribe. Am I correct in assuming that?
yeah.
Okay, well, I just for
Unless they've
those
rejected me recently.
what's that?
I said unless they've kicked me out recently.
Nah, no, I doubt it. I doubt it. And the Good Vibe Tribe, man. I joined them recently a couple weeks ago. Yeah, Violent Hippie. That's right, brother. That's right. So let's talk about that. What is the Good Vibe Tribe to you?
Man, to me, the Good Vibe Tribe is a community of streamers and viewers that has really just worked together to share more of a positive streaming experience for everybody, the streamers and the viewers alike. Everybody that's part of that community. Um, to me, it's a big difference because when you take a step back and you look at platforms like Facebook Gaming, like Twitch, there's this level of toxicity that comes from that, from the viewers, as well as from streamers themselves. Right? Everybody's got something to say, and everybody just needs a platform to do it on. But this Good Vibe Tribe is really trying to put a foothold in D Live so that we can make sure that it stays a positive outreach and this just a positive experience for everybody involved.
Well, sure, and I think I think we definitely got a leg up by doing this on D Live because, like, I started streaming not because I was a hardcore gamer or even really knew what streaming was. It was because I found this incredible group of friends and family on D Live, even as a viewer. And the other streamers said, "Well, you should try being a streamer. It's even better. It's even more interactive. They hear your voice, they see your face. You get to see their face, hear their voice, and you very quickly become friends."
Yeah,
And I was pretty excited when I found the Good Vibe Tribe because I was like, this is why I'm here. This is what we're doing.
for sure. Yeah,
So go ahead,
they're
go ahead.
definitely a family.
And this past week we had a, special fundraiser with the Good Vibe Tribe. We spent an entire week working on it. Actually, I don't know how much time was put into it. I know it was more than just Saturday's stream, but if you'd like to talk about that, that'd be excellent.
Yeah, man. We're helping out basically a neighboring child that lives really close to Bearded Leo. He's 3 years old. His name is Noah. He has bilateral microtia. So his ear canals and his cochleas and everything like that, they're very underdeveloped. So the ability for a gaming community of all things, especially one that's super fresh, to be able to step up and make such a huge impact and hopefully changing this kid's life for the rest of his life, man. It just I know it means the world to Leo as well and Hippie and everybody, but man, it means the world to me. Um, like you had talked about coming from the side of a paramedic saving your son's life and whatnot. And I was a certified paramedic before I do what I do now, and so like being able to help a fellow firefighter, essentially another fellow medic that um, just them and their family having such a big heart and being able to go out of our way to make something happen for them, dude, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, when I found out, talking to Bearded Leo last week, and he mentioned Noah, I thought it was interesting. Some people are like, "Well, who is he? How'd you find him? How do you know him?" And my thought was like, "Does that matter? Like, we should love on everybody, no matter what, right? We don't need to focus on the divisive issues. Let's focus on just loving each other." And so I agreed to jump in because it's a young man that needed some love, and it was nice to find out his father was a first responder, right, and a fireman, and get to know the family like we did. But it was like not it wasn't necessary, right? You see the video, you hear the young man's laugh, and you're like, yeah, this is a good thing. It was awesome to see, like, you were super supportive during the event. Obviously, Violent Hippie, Bearded Leo. There's so many we can't even name them all. To be honest with you, the community, not just the Good Vibe Tribe, but the community at large on D Live really showed up, and we raised over 600,000 Lino. And that's just on D Live. We also raised the same amount of money on their GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like I had no doubt we were gonna do well, but I'm completely ecstatic with actually how well it went.
I mean, the fact that within the first 3 or 4 hours we smacked Leo's goal right in its mouth,
Oh,
there's a certain excitement or pride that comes behind that.
oh yeah,
Um,
like 3 hours in, right?
yeah, but there was a lot more effort than just the charity stream itself, man. Bearded Leo, Violent Hippie, and myself, we all just got so involved with everyone's streams, everyone's community, letting everybody know that this was something that was going to happen
Hmm.
for days. It wasn't just a jump in there. Let's see what happens. It was well thought out, well planned, well put together by Bearded Leo himself, who's just a phenomenal dude and super supportive of the community. And everything that we could have done to try to help Noah was accomplished. And I'm very 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 proud of D Live. I'm very proud of the Good Vibe Tribe. I'm very proud of Hippie, of Sweaty Yeti, Try Hard, of everybody that was involved. Um, and Leo especially for being able to step up and do something for somebody, man. Because um, I don't know if you guys know a lot about me or what I do with D Live, but man, I've donated so much love into this community, trying to help other streamers that are full time, that are trying to survive and do things like that. And for me to have the opportunity to genuinely get out there and watch somebody else do what I was trying to do is just it's awesome, man. I'm tearing up a little bit because like hits home a lot for me. So
Well, I'll talk for a minute. I see you are getting emotional, and honestly, I'll get emotional too. So I'm gonna not look at your face for a minute. No, I mean to echo what Chicky's saying, guys. Like we know we don't we're not in this community like half-heartedly, and none of us promote ourselves. Every single one of us promotes the family, the friends, the group, right? And like he said, we weren't successful Saturday by accident. Like every day last week, I streamed. The only thing I streamed about was helping Noah and helping the new viewers to D Live understand D Live and Lino. And we played the videos all week. We talked about him all week. We raised money all week. I had Bearded Leo, Violent Hippie, Filthy Saint, a number of Tony Rumble was on at the end of the week. We've got you on today. And every single time the Good Vibe Tribe showed up and donated money, and 100% of that money, we raised almost 58,000 Lino on my channel during the week for Noah.
yeah,
So then, it wasn't an accident that we could show up and donate 50, 60, 70,000 Lino a piece. Um, that was a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of people spending their entire week focused on a goal. And like someone in chat said, like a lot of us didn't even stream on Saturday. We instead hosted the charity stream with Bearded Leo to promote something larger than ourselves. And I do know that you are a massive supporter of the platform. I've seen it. I continue like when I interview other streamers, a lot of times they'll have a good time and they'll be like, "Hey, here's a couple people you should reach out to," and your name, sir, kept coming up like repeatedly.
that's
And
that's awesome.
for you to have only been streaming a couple of weeks, basically, and people already know who you are and how supportive and incredible you are. I mean, that just speaks volumes to your character. So I just want to say thanks for being awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man, for getting the word out and getting people together, and that's a big process that I'm trying to do as well, trying to bring as many people in this community together as possible, man, because it's really cool what we can all accomplish together. And
Well, what got you so invested so quickly?
dude, just the people, man, like it's not that hard to see. You go jump in just about anybody that's streaming chat, and you see how much love and support that they give for each other. I mean, like why? How could you not? You know, how could
I
you not get involved and want to be a part of this community? I mean, there's somebody in the chat right now that's saying, "How do I join this community?" I
Right.
mean,
Well, if somebody wants to put the Good Vibe Tribes Discord and information in chat, that would be awesome. By all means, guys, you can use the chat today to promote the Good Vibe Tribe because basically most of us in here are in it. And the good, just to be clear, guys, the Good Vibe Tribe is not like a stream team. Okay, it's a community of like-minded individuals that just want to love on each other and love on the world and love on D Live. So
yeah,
you could be in a stream team and be a hardcore gamer and all that stuff, but you can also be part of the Good Vibe Tribe. Come on, come on. That's right. That's right. Violent Hippie, so much love, dude. So much love.
absolutely, man. That is one cool dude.
We had a really great talk on his Fireside chat earlier in the week. Also, I mean, Filthy Saint, Beard to Leo, like we've had some incredible interviews this week. Obviously, this one's about you. We wanted to make sure to get your face and name out there more, and just I mean, you are like not to understate it, man. Like you can be anybody you want, right? And your energy, your attitude, your effort, your financial help that you've been, I mean, you've done more in a few weeks than I've seen streamers do since I've been on the platform. So it's
But
incredible.
that's the goal, man. You're talking about the Noah stream, like your stream raised. You said close to was it 60?
Yeah, basically.
So I know that when I found out that you were donating everything from your stream out, I shot about 7K Lino your way. My stream was able to raise 30, which I don't have just some big massive stream, but I've got a lot of people that like to come together and just enjoy. But they raised 30, so I matched it.
Nice.
And we sent all that over the course of those two streams. Bearded stream the night before, and then Saturday night. So we were able to do 60K that way, and then obviously you guys have seen some of the donations that come in for newer streamers or people that are struggling that just really have good content and are good people. So I want this community to grow, man, and the only way it's going to do that is if someone can come in and just bring everybody together, and someone can come in and just make somebody's life a little bit easier, man. And if doing what I'm doing changes even just one person's life over the course of what I'm doing, then it was worth it, every last bit.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, 'cause what I don't think a lot of streamers understand is your actions, your words, your energy, your persona, that's being broadcast to the world, and it affects people in a real way. You know, the echoes, the energy that you put out there are either going to help somebody or hurt somebody. And I
Yeah.
really, you know, the people I try to have on this show are all positive, loving people. And you can, I mean, it exudes from you when you stream. It's easy to see.
Well,
Uh,
good.
so you seem to have a lot of technical expertise with hardware. I've heard you talking about gaming systems and controllers and making music, and so if you wouldn't mind getting into a bit of that. I mean, we, you know, there's a lot of us that don't know anywhere close to what you know.
I don't have a massive amount of technical expertise, man. My thing is that anytime somebody helps me, especially like with getting my stream set up, whenever I was doing that, with getting everything that I was doing, anytime someone was helping me, I watched. You know, I
Mm,
took the time to watch and make sure that I was learning what they were doing, so that I didn't have to ask again. Um, so the uh, the basic ability essentially to go in and make sure that everything's as clean and concise as possible, to make sure that whatever you're doing stream wise is, you know, appropriated essentially, like having your stream streamlined. You know, everything that you
mm,
do needs to be easy and simple and fun and enjoyable. It shouldn't be some complicated jump in there, have to mess with 48 different things. You know, you just want to get everything like a clean room, right? It's easier to find something in a clean room.
sure.
So um but as far as like the equipment stuff that I have, man, I did a lot of research before I bought what I bought, because I wanted to make sure that whatever I was using was easy, didn't have to be replaced anytime soon. The only thing that I think came with me was my stream mic that I'm using, which is my Audio Technica, and that one I use for my music recording. So
Nice. And I think, you know, you hit on a good point, which is the hardware really does matter, right? Like somebody was saying in chat, like, how do I stream with a low quality laptop or tablet? Well, maybe you can't. Um, I found like I spent almost $4,000 on all my equipment to get started. Now I hooked three monitors to it, and if I run all three monitors during one of these shows, the video lags. So even
uh,
though I tried to buy good equipment, it's not good enough for what I'm doing. So I now learned I have to turn off one of my gaming monitors, and then my computer can handle it. So
yeah,
trial and error, I would say, with some of it.
yeah, absolutely, man. It's almost 100% trial and error. As far as streaming with like a low quality laptop or whatnot, I mean, the ability to stream is going to depend a lot upon your internet, as well as a lot upon the equipment that you're using to upload the video, as far as the processing power and things like that. The other part that's going to come from that with the tablets and whatnot is having the right, um, basically fitting equipment. So like your audio video cables that connect directly to the tablet, to use in order to capture it. Your tablet honestly should be a lot better as far as streaming goes, but you're gonna have to run that through the same low quality laptop that you're using. So
Mm.
having a good processor and a good video card is gonna make a big part of the difference on how that works. So
Yeah, and I realized when I first started trying to stream here on D Live, I was paying for like the middle internet that my company offered, and I had to upgrade to the fastest, which is a 10 megabit upload, to be able to stream without too much buffering. So your upload and download not so much, but your upload definitely is going to affect your ability to stream well.
yeah,
You with your gaming, your console gaming, how do you? This is me with zero knowledge. I keep hearing people talk about a capture card. Then I hear people say, "Well, PS4 can do it without a capture card." What does all that mean?
So consoles like PS4 and Xbox, you can stream without a capture card, but you'd be streaming specifically to applications that allow it through the console platform.
Oh, I see.
So for PlayStation or Xbox, you can stream directly to Twitch, or you can stream directly to Mixer as well. But the rolling capture card issue that everybody keeps talking about is the fact that if you want to stream to D Live, you need to capture it and then present it in OBS. So, for example, all of my stuff, I have three HDMI outs essentially from my platforms into a switch, which is a 18 gigabyte high speed 4K ZetaGuard HDMI switch. And what that does is it allows me to plug everything in with one out, and then I just select which console essentially that I want to display on my capture, so I don't have to change anything. I just push a button.
Wow. So
And so
that's a whole nother level.
yeah, so they all go into the Switch. The Switch goes into my Elgato, which I have the 4K Pro. So that one actually goes inside of my computer. It plugs directly into the motherboard, and then it has a HDR pass through. So it goes in and it goes out back to the whatever monitor I'm streaming on or playing on.
You lost me somewhere between the capture card and the. All right, so to see if I'm getting this correct, you have your console or a number of consoles, then you have a piece of hardware that they plug into, then that piece of hardware plugs into your computer into a capture card. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So I
And that
did follow
capture
you.
card goes out to my monitor so I can see what I'm playing. Yeah.
Nice. And you said what's your wraparound monitor? How large is that thing?
Oh, so I have the Samsung 4K 49-inch curved, and then I've got two 32-inch curved Samsungs that sit next to it. So my starts over here and goes all the way over here.
Wow. Yeah, I'm jealous. Only a little bit jealous. I've got three monitors that are 2 feet long each, basically, and I'm still like, oh, I need a little bit more. So where can I put this? And I need a better video card. I'm running a 4 gig Radeon, and it is not. It cannot handle it. I'm gonna have to get like a 8 gig Nvidia or something.
And just the 1080, the NVIDIA 1080 is a really good way to go.
Well,
It
I'm
just
gonna.
makes it easy. You can stream from it, you can game from it. It just does enough. But yeah, that the 49-inch monitor, man, I hear that all the time. The jealous thing.
All right.
But that monitor is awesome, man. Especially if you're a streamer, dude. Like you want to talk about an investment, like the fact that not only when I'm networking with people, I can pull up and view the chat and video for four people stream at the same time.
That's
I can
nuts.
set up my chat, my soundboard, because you can do it in triplicates too. I can set up my chat, my soundboard, and my OBS all on one screen. So I'm not tabbing through. I don't have to find anything. It's
Hmm.
all on one big page, man. It's like I said, simple makes things easy, and easy makes things fun.
And what kind of graphics card are you running to support all that?
I run a I run a 2080 RTX, which is kind of overkill for what I'm doing, like times 10.
2080. Hold on. Again, taking notes. RDX.
It's a 2080. It's NVIDIA 2080 RTX, and so that's more of like a video editing slash gaming, um, essentially graphics card.
Now, are you
So
buying all this hardware online somewhere?
yeah, Amazon.
Oh, okay. Well, I just because some people talk about Newegg and Amazon, obviously local stores, but for
Yeah,
there's for a new streamer, it can be incredibly daunting, right? You're looking at all these different computers and brands and gigabytes and megabytes, and like it's a whole nother language that I don't know. So that's why I like to ask because I figure there's a lot of people in the audience that also don't know. Uh,
yeah,
and we and sometimes it's hard to ask, right? If you got all that knowledge and I feel like I don't know anything, sometimes I might feel like I'm going to ask a stupid question and then I don't ask. But I would encourage anybody, hey, ask. And I guarantee
absolutely.
you with the Good Vibe Tribe, I can't say about D Live as a whole, but I would say mostly, if you go into a channel and you ask a streamer for help or ask them questions, they're gonna help you.
Yeah, I mean the more people that grow, the bigger the community is, the more outreach there is, the more networking there is. It's like a positive snowball effect. So
Exactly.
we're all about helping everybody that we can, man. One of the big things that people do is anytime you have a friend or somebody that moves over that's starting out their stream, like we'll all go jump in their stream and talk to them, just so it gives that content creator an opportunity to actually have an engaging conversation with their chat, which makes all the difference in the world. If you guys haven't noticed, like if you have an engaging chat, if your chat's talking to you and asking questions and being involved, it streaming is it no longer feels like a job if you're full time. It no longer feels like you're just doing it and you get worn out because nothing's going on. You're just playing and you keep checking and you keep checking. I mean, having an engaging chat, it just makes the experience 10 times more enjoyable for the viewers and the streamers alike, because you get to see how somebody actually is and not just them stare like at
Right.
the monitor. So
One thing that I did when I started streaming this year, excuse me, is I would have my D Live window open so I could see, the chat and make sure that my stream hadn't crashed, that sort of thing. But what I do is I actually hide how many viewers are in the room from myself, because even if the chat isn't moving, sometimes there's people they're listening, like the pod I do podcasts, so a lot of times people just turn it on and they'll be cooking or walking around the house listening. So I try to maintain a level of connection with the audience, even if they aren't interacting. And that, like I went from just a few viewers or no viewers to six, and then to 10 or 12, and then a couple dozen, because I treat everybody like, I treat even the small audiences like they're very large audiences. So,
yeah, you should. It should be that way. Every single viewer is important.
yeah, and so, like, I don't want to get into preaching, but that's why we don't encourage the follow for follow crowd. You
It
know,
means nothing.
it means nothing, right? So if you focus on your total number of viewers, your total number of subscribers, your total number of followers, the amount of Lino donated, you're never going to be happy. The numbers will
Yeah,
never be enough.
exactly. Especially as gamers, we all tend to be fairly competitive.
Mm.
Um, I don't care who you are. If you game, there's usually some kind of competitive aspect to it. And watching somebody else get success when you're not can sometimes create a toxic attitude in yourself, man. And then you're less enjoyable to watch. So why do that to yourself, man? If you're going to be competitive with yourself yesterday. So
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to actually talk about that, because we generally kind of shy away from that with gamers, and which is with a lot of these battle royale type of games, they get very emotional, and people really, it takes 100% focus, it seems like, to play the game well. So how do you balance maintaining good gameplay but also communication with your chat?
so one of the benefits of battle royales is that when you get to the very end, um, and the circle's closing in, there's no way it's not possible to keep interactive with your chat at that point. But um, usually your chat tends to be pretty on edge with you.
Mm.
Um, the viewership tends to be kind of feeling like they're in the game with you, so that they don't really harp on you too bad for not communicating at the end of a game. But the one big benefit of the battle royales is that there's a lot of travel time. So
Mm.
battle royale games seem to be really easy to stream because there's a lot of downtime in between. There's a lot of travel time where you can look at your chat and talk while you're running, or if you play PUBG, you can talk while somebody else is driving the vehicle or doing whatever. That downtime kind of allows a really good way to connect, and I think that's why these battle royale games are becoming more and more popular with streaming, is because just like you see, for example, people that play World of Warcraft, it's really hard for them to talk with their chat. People
Hmm.
that play League of Legends, it's really hard for them to talk with their chat because it's constant strategy, constant mindfulness of what you're doing, and not everything that's in the environment around you. So, um, battle royales really give a good opportunity for streamers to connect with their chat, just like when you're playing Oblivion or an RPG. You know, you can pause it at any time. You can stop for a
Sure.
second and have a conversation with the people that are there supporting you. So, it's just good.
Yeah, and I've actually, I have some issues with brain damage, and it's difficult for me to stream at all. So what I realized is and I'm just saying that to offer advice to people, is to say I play simulators because I can pause them at any time, right? If I have a glitch in my brain or muscle spasms or the chat explodes, I can just stop playing the game at any time. So that's kind of been my answer is, well, I just don't play those games because I have trouble with them. So I think there's something to be said for if you want to if you want to play games that don't stream well, maybe don't stream them, right? Like find games that you can stream and still at least at some level interact with the audience.
Sure. And that's how you're going to get a stronger viewership, a stronger audience is from playing games that you can interact with them. But there's still the competitive aspect of it. There's a lot of people that are out there. Esports is becoming huge, and those of
Mm-hmm.
us that are in esports or competitive or do things like that, we knew it was going to be huge because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many 20-year-old guys don't play video games? Very few and far between. I mean,
Right.
there's more people playing video games than there are playing football right now. I can promise you that. So, for esports to become such a big thing and people getting more involved as far as that goes, there's competitive streamers like Choco Taco. There's competitive streamers like Shroud. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really communicate with the chat. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have time. Um, these guys are able to go in there like FaZe and everything, which just moved to Frisco down the road from us. I'm here in Fort Worth, Texas, so um, these guys are able to do these things because they're competitive and their viewership watches them because they're good at a game competitively,
Mm.
not because they're interactive with their chat and whatnot. So
Well, and I've
there's
noticed on the larger channels when you can't keep up with chat when there's hundreds or thousands of people in there.
exactly.
So that's actually something to talk about, I think, which is don't be focused on your numbers and smashing the numbers right away. Focus on building relationships with your viewers because you won't have that same chance when the channel blows up.
Absolutely.
I was just reading, yes, somebody was echoing that they don't like when their favorite streamer plays certain game because they never look at the chat. So when it
Yeah.
like what you said though, when it comes down to it, and actually I had another guest on recently, Filthy Saint, who was talking about being a professional gamer, which he did before he started streaming, and then being a streamer, and how they're completely different things, right? Like when you're a professional gamer, there is zero interaction with anything but the game. And he
Yeah.
said he's actually had to learn how to interact with chat and understand how important that is if you want to be a successful streamer, especially in the beginning, right? When your channel's small.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. There's
So,
a there's a lot to be said as far as the community stuff goes too. I mean, if you're not networking with other streamers, getting to know them, I mean, here's the reality. Like, I have, for example, almost 1,300 followers in 2 weeks. That's great. But how many of those people are active in my chat whenever I'm streaming? Or how many of
mm,
those people are actively viewing me? It's a small portion, right? So the people that come in and follow, they like my content, but they might not like it as much as they like someone else, right? So
right.
when you build a good community with people, when you build a community like, me, Bearded Leo, Hippie, and Enforcer
Mm,
J, right? We did this big giveaway thing. Okay. The whole point of that was to get people involved with all four of our channels. And maybe people that watch Enforcer J might like Hippie better. They might
mm,
be more active in that chat. Or maybe people that watch Hippie might like Bearded Leo, or people that like Bearded Leo might like me better, or people that watch me might like Enforcer J better. It gives everybody an opportunity for all of our viewers to kind of find a niche in
mm-hmm,
which they feel more comfortable, which then gets them more involved with the community, which then turns into just a bigger platform, in which we can all work off of and we can all build off of and have better streams and better content and better quality. And so, grouping up with other streamers makes a huge difference because not every viewer is going to enjoy watching me. Not every viewer is going to enjoy watching you.
Well,
So,
something that I found that's pretty awesome about that group, like that you're referring to, is like for Friday Night Customs, when there's 50 people in the lobby and I know like half of them, I can pull up, I have three monitors, I'll pull up three streams. But what's great is you guys are all chatting together, so I can actually hear all the other people on the streams that I don't have up. So it's still like hanging out with all of you at one time.
yeah, we all jump back in the same party right whenever we die.
No, and I love that you guys do that. So I'm saying it out loud so people can that are listening to us can learn some things. And it's the Good Vibe Tribe isn't a gaming community. It's just a group of friends and family that like to help each other, right, and support each other. So it's nice that you guys all jump into the same audio. That way we can actually hear as listeners, even though we're like, well, I mean, I love Bearded and I love Violent, but I want to be in Chicky Poo's stream tonight. I still get to hear everybody.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I love that Leo and Hippie started doing that Friday Night Custom thing. And I wish I would have got involved sooner. But if I had, nobody else would win Winchester's only. It would just be me all the time. I don't think I can handle that. It'd be a lot of responsibility on my part. So
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You guys better you got to know there's going to be some trolling. You feel free to call them out, but I believe there'll be some responses. So let's talk a little bit about what you would. I mean, you're a newer streamer yourself, but clearly you're already smashing it. Having an incredible group of friends to help you, like the Good Vibe Tribe, is obviously a part of that. But what have you learned about streaming, good and bad, that you could share with somebody who's listening who is thinking about streaming or is a new streamer and they just need some tips and tricks?
you know, uh, as far as if you're not streaming but you're interested in it, what do you have to lose? That's the biggest thing. You have nothing to lose. It's just an opportunity to get out there and get more involved with a community that, first of all, loves playing with other people, loves getting involved with the same community. I mean, you're not doing anything different than just hanging out with a bunch of friends that love playing video games and allowing other people to watch that content and also get involved with a bunch of people that just love to play video games, man. So it's a definite serious opportunity in which you can grow as part of it. I mean,
Sure.
everybody has a chance. Everybody has a shot. And D Live, man, this platform, if you're going to start streaming, now's the time. Why wait?
What is it about D Live that has impressed you the most?
The hashtag support creators.
Hmm.
We can talk about that for a minute if you want. I
Let's do
mean,
it.
a platform that actually gives back to the people that make the platform great. I mean, if you invest and you lock your Lino points in,
Hmm.
get back off that. If you are active constantly and you create great content and people want to watch it, you get back off that.
Hmm.
I mean, there's no other platform like it that will sit there and genuinely give back a true amount to the people that earn it. And it's not like D Live's not going to make any money off of it. I mean, they're the one that created the platform. They're the one that runs the blockchain. They're the one that runs all of that stuff. So, I mean, they're gonna make money off of it, but it's a lot different, I mean, when you're affiliated with Twitch, when you're not partnered, but you're just an affiliate, right?
Hmm.
They take a massive chunk on top of the fact that they take a massive chunk out of what the consumer purchases already. I
Hmm.
mean, if you buy bits, you're losing 20% of it right then and there, right when you buy the bits to donate. Then you want to turn around and you donate them to the streamer who then gets what, 65% of that? I mean, that's a joke to me. That's the epitome of middleman pyramid scheme, essentially. I
Yeah.
mean, what a crappy process. And I mean, it's a subtle form of theft.
Sure.
And so for for you to be able to get on D Live and create good content and be able to do what you're doing, it's just phenomenal. MT Coiner's talking about for mobile users that buy Lino on mobile, it's more expensive on PC. Yeah, absolutely. But that's not because of D Live. That's because of the mobile platforms themselves, like Android through the Google
Exactly.
Pixel, iPhone, Apple, taking a cut out of it because that's what they want. So
Yeah, they take 30% if you buy it through the Apple Store, you buy it through the mobile platform. And I just noticed, and I don't have an answer to this yet, guys, but I just noticed that they removed the PayPal option for buying Lino on D Live.
yeah, because PayPal was taking a 2.9% cut out of everything. So they're trying to again increase the amount that comes back to us and them in the process.
So who are they using now? Do you know?
I can pull it up on my transaction list, but it's like an offset company that's just like a merchant services.
I'd
So
heard it was the same company that other gaming stores are using as well, but again, this all just happened, so I don't have that information yet.
yeah, um, but it's I mean, I think they're getting back with PayPal. Also, I'm not sure how all that's working, but I'm also not involved with the staff or anything like that, so I'm not familiar, unfortunately.
Well,
I'm sure
and
it's more
just
familiar.
just to be clear for anybody listening to this at a future date, currently D Live is still in what I would call an open beta, and the Lino is still on a test network. They're still upgrading the software. They're still upgrading the hardware. The cryptocurrency is a blockchain cryptocurrency on a test net, which means that the price is fixed at 1.2 pennies per Lino right now, and will stay fixed as long as it's on a test net. If it does go to a live, what they call a main net, then the price would fluctuate based on supply and demand. And I know that they've stated they will only allow it to grow 6.5%
Correct.
yearly,
Yeah.
which would they're okay. There you go. For anybody interested, Bearded Leo just put a link in chat discussing the purchase fee updates for Lino. Thank you for that, sir. But yeah, so that's just it's something to know, guys. Like depending on where you buy your Lino, you're paying a different percentage rate. So definitely look into that because it could cost you a few thousand Lino on a mobile platform.
Yeah. And just to help you guys out, if you're on iPhone, okay, you can hit the the same button you would press to send or save or whatever, the menu open button in the center of your screen on Safari, and you can request the desktop site. When you request a desktop site and then purchase Lino through that, it no longer gives that charge through Apple. It doesn't give them the opportunity to do that. I don't know. I'm sure
Oh,
there's a familiar way to do it on Android, but you can avoid those massive fees and really give back, save you money first of all, and allow you to donate to other streamers without a massive cut being taken out. And all it takes is like 10 extra seconds to do it from Safari instead of through the app.
wow, that's powerful. I hadn't heard anybody mention that yet before.
Yeah.
So could you say that again one more time? So if you're on the Apple phone,
So on your phone, and I'm going to pull it up real quick so I can just show you where it's at. When you
sure,
open up
sure.
Safari, okay, and I'm going to open up D Live real fast just so I can show you.
Mm-hmm.
So here's D Live,
Okay.
okay. Right here in the center, there's a menu button. When you
Mm.
press that, over on the bottom menu, you can request desktop site. It is right there.
Ah. Can you hold it up a little higher? There you go.
So when you request the desktop site, it'll reload D Live TV the way it's supposed to be, which is still fitted for any screen. That's why it'll look like it's still the mobile site, but it's not. And then when you go in there to buy Lino, it won't take a cut from Apple or Android if you can do it on either one.
Wow. Dude,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, let your viewers know, guys, that they're on mobile. Save them money, save you money. Like,
No, that's awesome. I'm glad you brought that up. And another tip, we tend to do these towards the end, but since we're already talking about it, another tip for Lino, guys, if you want to donate to your favorite streamer and they're currently offline, you can go to any of their replay videos and donate Lino on a replay video. So you can
yeah,
donate to people even when they're offline.
absolutely.
Nice. So what is it that you're into gaming these days, my friend? What's your go-to
And
games?
been playing a lot of Apex Legends. Been enjoying that. Obviously, we do hashtag Friday Night Customs.
That's right.
So that's the Jimmy. What is that? Jimmy. Not Jimmy Fallon. Is it Jimmy Fallon? It's Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, they do the hashtag video with Justin Timberlake. Hashtag Friday Night Customs for PUBG and everything like that, man. But My true love, dude. Honestly, my true love. If I could sit there and just play it all the time, would be Knights of the Old Republic or Jedi Academy, the Star Wars games.
Ah.
'Cause, dude, they're just like the coolest RPGs ever, man. And I love playing them. I wish they'd come out with the new Knights of the Old Republic, but I don't think that'll ever happen. Thank you, EA, for ruining everything for everyone, literally all the time. So,
So are you a Star Wars fan outside of the games?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Do
if
you?
I could take my camera upstairs and show you my movie room, yeah.
Let's talk about it. Tell them. Tell them. What do you? I mean, I
I've
watched
got
Star Wars as a kid, but
I've got like original classic Star Wars movie posters framed up in my movie room.
nice.
Yeah.
Wait, did
I'm
you
so
just
I'm big
say
on it. I've got the whole collection.
You just said movie room?
Yeah, my upstairs. It's like a living room in the upstairs, but we turned it into a movie room.
No, I just highlighting the fact that you have a movie room. That clearly illustrates the level of commitment.
Yeah. You'll be watching Game of Thrones on that tonight, so
There you go. Well, let's see. People are wanting to see it. Do you put photos of some of that stuff on your social media?
man, I can. If you guys want to go check it out on Twitter, I'll post some pictures of the movie room and whatnot. But you guys can check that out pretty much anytime.
Yeah,
So,
and just so you guys know, could you put like whichever social media you'd like to share with us, Chicky? If you could put that in the chat, there you go. There's There's Twitter's Chicky, y'all. That's Chicky Poo's Twitter. Is what I'm trying to say.
so, but yeah, I do that. I asked everybody what their setup looked like and compared setups and things like that. And so, if you guys need anything, obviously, like you can hit me up anytime. I mean, you can hit up anybody in the Good Vibe Tribe anytime. We all go well out of our way to try to make everything easier for everyone.
Exactly.
Kind of a big thing for us. So you can jump in if you want. That's the Discord to the Chicky Poo room, which gives you a chance to direct message me a lot easier, obviously. So, but we do some pretty awesome stuff, man, and I'm really excited to see how it all comes out.
Well, it's a journey, sir, not a destination.
Yeah.
C-Dub's in the house. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I like that your Twitter avatar is literally food porn. All right. Are we talking about Chicky Poo still?
It's just breakfast food, man. It's the best food on the planet.
Oh. Whoa, did we just find something out about Chicky Poo? Favorite food is breakfast.
I'm essentially Ron Swanson, dude. I hate everything except for breakfast food.
Now, I have to bring it up. It's beard envy. I said to Chicky Poo before we started the interview, dude, that's such a great beard. And he's like, yeah, well, it used to be longer. And I go, why? Would you trim it? He goes, no, I shaved it. This is like 2 months growth. This is 4 months. 4 freaking months, man. You grew a better beard in 2 months than most people can grow in a year.
I'm pulling up a picture for you right now.
What's your secret, man? What's the beard secret?
I just wake up.
He just wakes up. He wakes up like that, guys. That's his secret.
I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that picture.
Oh yeah, I can see. I grow beards hella fast too.
But that was before I shaved it completely.
I'm gonna leave it alone because it's gonna sound like I'm falling in love, but I'm not.
It's okay, man.
It's okay.
I bet you my roommate's over here, well off to the side commenting. He's got alopecia universalis, and so that means that his immune system essentially kills all of his hair follicles. So one thing that we like to do is whenever he's sitting there, because he sits right behind me, I like to rub my beard on top of his head.
Whoa, that's personal.
It's like my brother over here. You can see him if you want. He's got a pretty solid amount of no hair, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, anything. You have to get all the way in.
Shiny, dude. I don't mind it. I like it. I dig it, man. I dig it.
Yeah.
Get the tattoos.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a collector as well. Yeah, so that's gotta. So ask him for us. Does he get jealous that you can grow such an epic beard?
Yeah, he like genuinely. I think just about every day he makes some kind of snide comment like "must be nice."
I hate when he shaves it.
Yeah, when I shave it, he like picks it up and puts it on his face.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's
Oh, even.
all right, easy, easy. We actually, what's funny is yesterday we got into that with Bearded Leo. After he shaved his beard, he was showing everybody his beard hair, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't. That's for some reason they're not nearly as attractive once they are off your face."
Oh yeah,
That was funny. When I was talking to Best of the Worst, I was complaining about having to cut my hair because it's so thick, and he's like, "Uh huh, rub it in, rub it in." He's rubbing his
yeah,
shiny dome.
weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Kitsugi's weird, but okay. Hey, these we're trying to get to know people on more personal levels. So if that's if you're shying away, you don't know why we're here. But yeah, Jeremy's got the epic beard, guys. In case you didn't know. Actually, I did say gross when you held your shaved off beard up to the camera there, Bearded Leo. It just doesn't have the same, glitz. But now he's the unbearded Leo, which is was all for a good cause, man. He put a bounty on the beard. If we raised a 500,000 Lino for Noah, he agreed to shave his beard on camera, and he didn't do it. It was like everybody else got a chance at shaving his face, which that's brave, man. That's awful brave to just hand random people clippers and tell them to go at your face. But whatever you got to do.
I don't like a genuine practice, and just like a general knowledge sense. I don't think I let anybody near my face with sharp objects, just
Right.
as like a safety or survival mode for myself in general.
C Dubs, you didn't honestly keep that, did you? C Dubs, in case you guys weren't there for the stream yesterday, not only was C Dubs the top donator at almost 80,000 Lino, but he was also there. He's friends with Beard Leo, was hanging out at the house and actually helped shave off the mustache. But he just said that he got me some of that beard. Now, oh, okay, okay. Woo. I was like, wait, you didn't like take some home. Like
Yeah, he
that's
put it in a baggie and he keeps it in his medicine cabinet.
he's gonna it'll be on Amazon later, guys. We're gonna auction it off. Oh wait, no, I don't think actually you're not allowed to do that on Amazon. Don't do that.
You can't sell beard hair on Amazon?
I don't think they want you to sell anything that came off of a human at all. I think it's ethical violations or something. I don't know. It's frowned upon. That's all I know. So a little ways back, somebody there was several references to somebody named Jay. Some people seem to hate him. I didn't really
Okay.
hear much about loving him, so they want to know who's Jay and how do you feel about him?
Okay, so tricuspid walnut. He's on Twitter and he gains as Doctor Walnut. All right. Um, he has this thing. He's talking about King J BTW. King J, by the way. And it's like a group of friends, me, Enforcer J, King J, and Tricuspid, Vinny Fams, all these people that stream on D Live also. And Tricuspid just likes to jump in everybody's chat, and all he says is J sucks. That's like just his thing. That's like it's just a constant thing that he does all the time. And so he wants my thoughts on it because he wants me to say J sucks. So
Well, don't do that. Don't say it. We don't want to give it to him. That's only funny because we already did.
yeah, dude, I don't. I can't comment on whether Jay sucks or not. I'm not that involved with his personal life, so.
I see. All right, all right. Anybody? We're gonna leave that alone. All we know is Jay sucks. What and why we're not gonna cover. All right. If anybody has questions for our beautiful bearded guest Chicky Poo, now's the time. There's all kinds of questions. We tend to get mainly with this crowd. I'm expecting some roasting, maybe a bit of
Let's do
trolling.
it.
But he's a brave man. He's got his glasses on. He can leave it there.
The glasses are here so I can filter all the bull.
Yeah, exactly. Got eye protection is important. But yeah, guys, actually Enforcer Jay's name keeps coming up too from the Good Vibe Tribe. We're gonna have to get him on a podcast here soon.
Yeah, he'll be about it, man. He's a family man, so his family comes first, which is, I mean, important. Anybody that's streaming, by the way,
Oh yeah,
don't don't put your personal life in jeopardy just because of your stream and whatnot, man. It's really have a schedule. Give yourself a schedule. Give yourself some me time. Don't overdo it.
yeah. That's a really great point, Chicky, because I've seen a lot of new streamers think that they need to do 12-hour streams, 24-hour streams. I find that to be it's bad for you physically.
I mean, it's bad for you in the long run too. I mean, you want somebody to be excited to jump in your stream when you get on for the few hours that you're going to be on, um, not feel like they can just get on and watch you whenever.
So control the supply and the demand increases.
Sure, I'm
Excellent.
a sales and marketing, finance, kind of my jam. So,
What is it that you do for work?
I'm a general manager for a car dealership.
Ah, so you math. You're a mather.
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of a one way to put it.
Well, I mean, if you're running, I mean, that's all about running numbers, right?
Yeah, sales, business, marketing, that whole thing. Yeah.
And do you find that that sort of experience has helped you promote yourself as a streamer?
Man, obviously anytime you run a business, like it's the same mentality both ways, but I don't look at this as a business.
Hmm.
I look at this more of like, we talk about like a community, just like someone would go to church and be involved in their church, or
Hmm.
just like somebody wants to go and play disc golf and they enjoy playing disc golf, but they enjoy being with the community of people that do that with them. It's to me, it's just a community aspect. It's a way for me to get involved with something other than work, to be able to enjoy and spend time with each other. So, um, it's a way to relax and wind down and have fun. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah, and what's your schedule, just so folks know?
so I don't have like a spot on schedule, man. My thing is I kind of stream at my leisure.
Hmm.
So currently I've been Sundays and Mondays, Sunday mornings. I do go to church with my girlfriend, and then we usually spend some time together if she doesn't have to work that afternoon. Today's Easter. I was supposed to be at her house at 2 to eat Easter dinner, so they're probably gonna start without me here soon. But um, they're spend time with her, and then Monday is my game day. Like I just stream all day long, play video games with my friends, hang out, go do whatever I got to do. Um, and then during the week, usually at least 4 or 5 nights a week. I mean, I pretty much stream every night because it's my unwind time. I
Hmm.
got to get out of business mode and get into relaxed me mode. And there's a big difference, and you guys, I'm sure, know. Whenever I get off work and start my stream immediately, this is just about how I look. And then whenever I get home and unwind and then get on my stream, um, I'm in like a hoodie, a hoodie and a snapback or something like that. So you gotta have time to turn off work mode, and just have fun and enjoy it. So I do that, but I will be doing something that you and I haven't been able to talk about, Joe. But I talked with Bearded Leo and Enforcer and a couple other guys, and we had really big success on the first time I did it. Um, Talked about doing a finance and hey, uh, another roommate, man. Sorry. Talked about doing a finance and politics stream, and chatting about issues and other things that are going on. So,
Hmm. Well, I would jump in with you.
dude, yeah, absolutely, man. You have to work with me on getting the whole Discord thing set up, man. I'm terrible with Discord. I'm really new to it, so
Well, I would not claim to be a Discord expert. I just found out about Discord Nitro, which you can pay $5.99 a month to have a higher bandwidth. And I started doing that this week actually, and it has helped smooth out these video calls that we do for the
awesome.
fireside chats.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like I said before, turning off one of my gaming monitors also helped dramatically because I was
Yeah,
overwhelming my video card.
yeah, yeah. I gotcha. Well, all right, man.
Well, I don't.
Um,
We're not getting questions. You guys honestly don't have questions for this gentleman? I've got plenty, but we'd like to answer some of your questions too, guys. The thing is, when it's all a group of friends, we already know. Yeah, like we talk every day, all the time, and I mean that's actually something good to say. We've genuinely become friends and family because we invest emotionally in each other's lives. We check on each other daily. We offer encouragement, and like Chicky was saying, if streaming feels like a job, you're doing it wrong. That's if like it should feel fun and exciting, and because you're getting to hang out with your friends and your viewers and people you talk to, it should give you a charge.
what aspect of finance would you guys cover? I'm quite interested because I'm in the personal finance sphere too. So the part of finance that I'm really involved with is essentially, you said personal finance, right? So as far as just budgeting correctly, between you and me, viewers slash Joe, um, I think Dave Ramsey and stuff like that is a huge scam. Why pay somebody to tell you the right things to do with your money, or the right way to avoid paying massive amounts of interest, the right kind of banking practices, whenever you can have somebody that's really very familiar with it initially tell you how to do it the right way without you having to pay for it. So I want to get more involved in trying to help people that are just piled under, too much debt or crippling loan debt from student loans. I mean, there's a million different ways. I mean, if I could sit down, for example, with every single one of you in 10 minutes, for example, let's say you have a mortgage, I can show you how to pay a 30-year mortgage in less than 10 years without changing your lifestyle. There's so much that we can do, and I'd love to be able to help people, kind of retain a little bit of freedom, because we get on the politics side of it. You don't really have true freedom until you have financial freedom. And
Mm.
financial freedom comes from just being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it and not being tied down. And so that comes out of two things. You're either successful enough financially to be able to do those things without being tied down, or you're debtless and are able to do those things without being tied down. And I'd love to be able to help you guys get to that point on either side of the spectrum.
Now, just are there some generalities that you could recommend to people?
Sure. As far as the generalities is just budgeting properly, sitting down and putting things on paper tends to give you a better plan and a better goal.
Hmm.
If you're not the kind of person that sits down and does that and actually budgets out, then you're doing it wrong from the get go.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're a visual, an audio, or a hands-on learner. Putting it on paper, putting it in front of you, that's the first step, 100%.
Is there a second? No, I'm just
There's
kidding.
plenty of steps, man, but
No, no.
we're talk about that in the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Excuse
So
me.
if you wanna hear more about that, man, had King J, that tricuspid said sucks, obviously. Um, King J had a chat with me, and he made a funny joke. Him and Will 2K17, who's been an awesome viewer in a lot of our chats. Um, they told me I should call it Hatching Stacks with Chicky Poo. And so I had King J build a logo with Hatching Stacks, and you guys will get to see that soon too. So I'm gonna start doing that show, and I think I'm actually gonna do that show on Sunday
Okay.
nights.
Nice. Yeah, I would love it. I mean, I have trouble with math. I have trouble with finance. Yeah, it's all. And one of my main problems with my brain injury is I destroyed my frontal lobe, and part of that is like an impulse control center. So I'm not good about hanging on to money, right? I'll give it away uh, very easily, and sometimes to my detriment. So I've actually had to learn how to remember to take care of myself too.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So
Um,
any of those sort of tips and tricks would be extremely helpful, probably for a lot of us.
yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Nobody's really taught how to do. Especially when it comes to like buy. I mean, just in general, right? I'm a general manager for a car dealership. Um, I don't care who you are, even if you're 60 years old and you've bought 50 cars in your 100 cars in your lifetime. You think you know the right way to buy a car and you don't. It's a reality that a lot of people face. They don't look at the different aspects of the fact that even if you pay cash, you're still paying depreciation. You're still
Hmm.
throwing money away. So doing making your purchase the most efficient purchase possible is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money. So
Nice. Well, I look forward to those shows.
yeah,
Come.
absolutely, man. I look forward to sharing it and being able to help somebody, man. Like I said, probably echoed it a million times. Being a part of the community and helping with the community is really, really important to me. So, but I think Coiner asked a question: can a Ryzen 5 with a 1060 and 16 gigs of RAM run a decent stream? Yeah, definitely, man. You're gonna run it probably at a lower pixel rate. You're not gonna be able to run it anything higher than 1080, and it might struggle a little bit with 1080 on six. No, I think you'll be fine. Just the bit rate and everything. You need to be careful with your internet speed, but your processor should be able to handle that fine.
Nice. So any more questions we got out there? We don't want to keep Chicky Poo too long. I know you've got family dinner to get to.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, if you're not going to ask questions, we're going to wrap this thing up. Chicky Poo, thank you so much for being here today, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really appreciate your time.
Dude, I appreciate your time and all the effort you put into the Good Vibe Tribe and trying to build just on top of what we're all trying to do, build a great community. So can we run to Eye of the Tiger?
That's Bearded Leo's stream.
I mean, will I run or can I run? I can run to Eye of the Tiger. The only thing I really run to right now is the bathroom and the fridge.
Yeah, we're not really runners. We're more sitters. Yeah, it's funny. Even I saw Bearded Leo say earlier that he may have sprained an ankle during all the running yesterday. Yeah, what's again to reiterate the Good Vibe Tribe, and I know you're a part of it and love it, and most of our chat is involved with the Good Vibe Tribe. It's just I'm streaming on DLive because of the love, because of the community and friends, and when I found the Good Vibe Tribe, I was like, oh, well, yeah, this is what I'm doing. It's nice to find an entire group of people who that's their main focus. So it's been a joy to join you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, Joe, thank you so much, first of all, for being on, being on your show, for allowing me to be on your show, and for putting all the effort into building the community. I do appreciate all that. I definitely, I appreciate all the viewers that are in here, first of all, getting to know us, both of us, and getting to know what we're trying to do and what we want to build for the community. The only other thing, and I guess this will kind of be my outro, Joe, unless you have anything else to ask me. I love what you're doing, first of all. And, on behalf of Joe Holt, author Joe Holt, and everything that he does, man, I'd like to tell all of you guys just aloha. It means hello and goodbye, right?
That's right. That's right.
So,
all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go to a full screen transition and say goodbye. So if you'll just hang out for 1 second, Mr. Chicky, I'll be right with you, sir. Aloha, guys. So that's been another Fireside Chat. It's a live podcast we do. It used to be just Sundays, but there's such a demand and there's so many incredible people that we've had to switch to doing it basically any day that the streamer can jump on with us. They have families and kids and businesses, so we've been a little more fluid with the days and the times, but I always try to give you advance notice through Twitter, which is author Joe Holt. If you've missed any of these Fireside Chats and would like to catch up, author Joe Holt on YouTube, you can watch all of them. This one will be available here in about an hour as well, so if you missed any of it. And yeah, guys, if any of you are DLive streamers and you have that positive, loving attitude towards the community and towards others, I'd love to have you on the podcast. It's absolute honor and pleasure to have other human beings interacting and helping each other, and that's really what my channel is about. But DLive seems to be about as a platform, and especially the Good Vibe Tribe. It's just, if you guys don't know about us, definitely check us out. The chat's full of them. C-dubs, we've got Violent Hippie, we've got Bearded Leo, we've got so many incredible people in this chat right now, guys. I'd recommend going through and clicking and following them. just checking them out and be a part of it. Fridays, Bearded Leo and Violent Hippie like to do a Friday night customs. It's about a 5-6 hour party where they all play first person shooters, and there may be some drinking, a little bit of drinking involved, but also just a lot of fun and a lot of good friends hanging out and having a good time. So that's how I found Mr. Chicky Poo as part of the Good Vibe Tribe. It's been an absolute honor to have him on today, and I really appreciate his information. If you guys have questions about finance, he is clearly the man. And if you just want to have a good time, you know, stare at a nice full beard, you know, if you want to get, it's a fall in love. It's a great guy to do it with. So anyway, thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate your time. It's the only valuable asset you have on this planet. It's the only thing that you don't know how much of you have till your time's up. So spend it wisely. Love on each other wherever you are on this planet. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again soon for another Fireside Chat. So thank you again for being here. Thank you to my guest Chicky Poo for being here. I love you all, and aloha for now.